Hello and welcome to Global Service Jam 2013. We are the Evolve team from the Sydney group, and this is...
This is Louisa. Hello.
Hi, I'm Jay.
Hello, this is Paulo. So for this year, the topic that we were given was grow exponentially.
So we met as the entire Sydney group. We started talking about what grow could mean to us. We talked about community, about food, about financial and profit. We talked about bodies. We talked about sustainability. We also talked about evolution.
So us three came together and decided to be Group Evolve.
Because that was what resonated with us and what caught our eye. And then we started thinking about what the evolution meant to us. It was change, it was transformation, it was progress, it was a catalyst.
And so Saturday when we came back in, we started talking about the ways that we could, that we were concerned about evolution in Sydney and different ways that that could manifest itself. And we came up with a really large number of ideas. When we spoke to our group and we came back with our ideas, it seemed like the general response is that our topic area was too big, although we did have some focus areas.
A couple of ideas came to our mind. We thought about evolving people that had a similar interest and wanted to foster them.
We thought about sort of a street guerrilla campaign where we tried to add some stickers and help people develop a sense of community.
We also looked at the aging population, Sydney's elderly population, and trying to think of ways to kind of make them want to go into the city more and do more social activities with other people, bring them out of the home.
When we came back in Sunday morning, we realized that we couldn't force evolution on people who weren't ready to evolve. And so we thought we decided to narrow our focus to really like that fish who was coming out of the water and was ready to hang out on land.
And we decided to look at our group and our peers and try to understand what were the frustrations and problems that we all shared, we could validate and we could focus on.
So we looked at 4 key themes that we all had in common, one of which was the workplace. We looked at the weather and how it affects us day to day, commuting and traffic and all the issues with that, and the work and life balance. But we decided to come back to the commuting and traffic, especially with the looking at cyclists and how we can address an increase in evolution into cycling.
So we thought about who are the potential cyclists, who wants to cycle but cannot or doesn't feels deterred about it. And we also thought about what were those elements that were preventing them to make the jump.
We talked to a couple of people from our group, and it seemed like some people were really concerned about being able to look presentable once they got to work after a grueling ride.
We also found that the weather issues also affect their ability to want to cycle to work if it's damp.
The exercise being clean and shiny for their meetings.
Some people were concerned about how did they get the bike on the bus, where did they store the bike once they got to work, and could they lock it up and have it be secure?
We're also looking at routes. Main roads were kind of making people a bit worried about safety with big roads and lots of traffic. So there was a lot of fear in people's approach to wanting to cycle.
So we're looking at if we've had someone who wanted to cycle but who wasn't, how could we transform them into someone who was a little bit afraid into someone who was confident? And so what did this confident cyclist have that the afraid person different? What was in their brain that we could help transfer? And we kind of felt like it was going to be confidence.
And we thought that there was confidence in the group, in the achieving safety in numbers by cycling together and forming the flock. While you are together, you are reckoned as a large group, and cars have to acknowledge you and respect you in the road. And you have the support of your fellow cyclist commuters. So there we have our biker wannabe sitting in the bus or in the car, wondering how can he overcome that fear and take the bike. And he sees this happy biker going to work, sporting this beautiful vest with this question, with this with this sentence, with this name, WannaFlock. It's an invitation. You wanna flock with us. You wanna come along with us. And he starts seeing all these people going together as a group. You know, like you're fearless, happy, finally embracing what they wanted to do. You know, like overcoming their fears. And yes, he wants to flock. He wants to come along. He wants to be part of it. He wants to fly free with them.
So he sees the wannaflock.com.au and he goes onto the website. He can click on a button that says let's start flocking it, and looks at some timetables, searches where he lives and come up with a timetable, and then you can come from all directions of the city, from the north, east, south, west. You can see what the main routes are where they're flocking together and come into the city, and they can start flocking.
Wanna flock?